Hello, everybody, and welcome to the special Tuesday night Twitch exclusive clinic opening. I am Dr. Scripps. Hopefully, you're having a good Tuesday. Hopefully, you're having a good continuation of this week. So, we're going to continue on with the Final Fantasy XIV MSQ. We finished the 7.2 Seekers of Eternity, and now we're on the 7.3 patch MSQ at this point. And so, we just lost Geo just died in the and literally the scene before this. We did some reminiscing, but now we're ready to get back to it and to stop Calix from whatever he's planning to do in terms of killing killing the wearers of neo regulators to make the other ones all Eternals. So I'm gonna blow this up to the big screen and we'll go ahead and get started. Dale steals her heart for the work ahead. I went back to Calix's lair, looking like Calix's lair. I haven't tried changing mine, but it remains to be seen if it will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I asked Carl for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Fochus? Apparently somebody's calling me, so I'll figure that out. Fochus, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts. I can't help but feel something is amiss. I ask you to join me. Your perspective would be most appreciated. Wait until you finish attending to Shell, of course. It seems your plan's been decided for you. Go on, ask others to speak with before I return to the back room. Alright, so to the outskirts. Yes, I'm gonna be lazy because I don't want to spend time getting to there. I'm just gonna. How are you? Hey! Hey, Sphene, what's your thoughts? Fortunately, thank you for coming. As mentioned, I would benefit from your wordplay experience. Thank you. That's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is usual or not. Just better than to see what you think. Though I hope to be proven wrong. I fear something is not right. Probably because they're afraid or whatever. So, okay. I'm trying to get to my mount. Let's see. Neo regulator equipped president. Let's see. You're not wearing a regulator. Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of these Neo regulators and registered it a little while ago. Then I did. A display appeared showing the number of registries. We're now sitting at 4,168. The upper limit is 5,000, wasn't it? I think the total shot up right after this machine malfunctions. Only a matter of time before everyone's registered. Pity those who aren't chosen, but I'm going to be endless. I'm going to evolve and live happily ever after. Uh-huh, sure. Terminaling resident, okay. Oh, please tell me he brought more Neo regulators. Especially they have all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. I know the government still has some, or perhaps Queen Sphene? I may not look at it, but I was a hunter once. Back then I hardly gave death a second thought. But now that I know the truth, it's all that I can think about. There has to be a way to hold on. Has to. Yeah, Calix is being exactly successful in what he's trying to do, which is scare the shit out of everybody. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Queen Sphene. Come check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators have reached a few. I personally was fortunate to have claimed a new device early on. I have long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me. Now, I must begin my prayers. Darkness draws closer, grows deeper, and we must cast it out. Uh-huh. Sure. Yeah, that's not gonna go well. That's not gonna go how you think it goes. Yeah, Sphene, you're correct. This is bad. What do you think? Was I right to worry? Yes. Yeah. The people are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. And with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives into full-blown panic? Oh, get another call. Bushes, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm right here with Lamate and Alpha. Yeah, so apparently I gotta go to resolution, so she wants us there in a hurry. We should go. Yeah, probably a good call. A good call. Oh, it's lit up again. Living memory.
What's happened?
Yeah, living memories.
Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Oh, good news is we know where he is now.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you.
I mean, yeah, but there's no reason.
Bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail.
But
Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
yeah, I was trying to get more people to do the regulators.
After we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well,
That's pretty obvious. That's living memory.
Calix.
Yeah, Calix is there.
There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death.
Yes, but
Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With
Yeah.
evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
it's like,
change isn't easy. No one ever wanted to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
like,
You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliyolal.
It's
Yeah.
too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
true.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion.
But
No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
don't have to. We shouldn't be overcoming the fate to begin with.
That regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulishiola will aid you in whatever way we can.
Yeah.
So please, remain calm.
It's like, yeah.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people.
Yeah, but you can't really reveal yourself, can you?
But what can I do?
Well, you can help us stop Calix. That's a good start.
I am not their queen.
It's like... Calix has his core system, which means that if he chooses to do so, he can deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. If our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they will not be beyond his reach. Yet it starts to allay their fears even a little. I beg you, Wicklamaut, please let them shelter in Tulioli. We will welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we will be able to pick up the pace once the dance guard arrives. In which case, we better spread out and keep an eye on the crowds. Mood is tense, and we must prepare for possible violence. We haven't determined where Calix is hiding, though. We'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Y'all know where he's hiding. Y'all see it. You can't elude us forever. Alphanaut, I expect better from you. You know where he is. You know exactly where he is. He's in living memory. Come on. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. This is her surroundings with grim determination. They would gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with or the nation of the late queen was so desperate to preserve, or the bright haven of peace and laughter. Clement. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the lab. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt that people's joy is our own. Yet alone, we lack the strength to protect them. There's so much I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that makes me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't do by ourselves. Maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wish that we could have been friends. And when she turned to me in the final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the friend you need. I will be yours as well, Sphene. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue. You do the same for me. That's how I'll protect the things we're loved. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. And don't forget about me. How could we? We'd not be where we are now without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shell needs anything? There you all are. Oh, hey. Beluja. Splendid. We were afraid we miss you. Jose and the others said you were here. Good news, Fortress. We finally found a chink in Calix's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkey's 10th level that once housed a preservation initiative. Containment Complex 1029 is called. It's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think this is where Calix is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. Sorry it took us so long to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you for all your hard work. This is a huge step forward. And we'll need to take the lift to get to the complex. I cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities and have one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Oh, is this the dungeon for? Where is it? Oh, it's right there. Let's see. This is another dungeon. Alright. So, I guess we go up this time. Right ahead. Next up, 10th level. Okay. They're not a dungeon. At least not yet. Could be a fight, though.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Is there a light switch? Anyway, don't go to the computer. But it does. Oh,
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
Oh, there we go.
You got the lights working.
Good, okay. Alright, well, let's see what we can go from here.
Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
No one's even been using it,
It's
right?
thanks to Krile and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
Oh, nice. So you found it
So I
and...
took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author.
Her parents, of course.
We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
Yeah. Way to go,
I took
Galudra.
breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
You're a treasure, Shale. Thank you.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words.
Yes, absolutely. You're awesome.
In
Thank you
any
for...
case, this next part will require your helping hands.
Okay, this might be a dungeon.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calix.
Well, we already know where he
We're
is.
happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
Maybe.
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
It's like, oh, she wants to fight. She wants to go at it. You know our main objective. We're here to pick up Calix's trail. I learned a certain device that should help us do just that. Plan that we received, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. Now, for where that might be, yeah, this map matches my data. The room where there is the research commons, located in the western side of the complex. The director's office is northeast, which is that one. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the northwest. Yes, we should, but fortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, there's probably be a card of some kind. Can you work some electro magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. In case I can't, I might want to look around and see if anyone left a security guard behind. During the state of the place, it doesn't seem like they abandoned it in some haste. Shouldn't be surprised if we find it. Very well, let's get searching, shall we? I expect we had the most looking where the researchers kept their personal. You began searching. Close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacle barring your path. Hopeful hints will appear in a different color. Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. Where they kept their belongings. Officer, what's in there? Let's just go to your card. The curved surface is marked with a bold level 1. Oh, could that be what we're looking? Try on the door and see if it opens. Let's see. Does it work? There it says. Oh, got it on the first try. Okay, that was easy. Open! You did it, Fochus! A good thing. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. Here's though, why would they abandon a facility like this? Run by a director Demetrius for the terminal, they told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Let's continue onward. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. What are we going to run into? Card. Gainers remaining level 3. Proto lab. Okay. Hello. Proto lab. What are you thinking? The way this room is set up. Cancer inserted the large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create endless? We could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way to the director's office must take precedent. In which Galodral mentioned a locker over in the corner that he couldn't open. Perhaps you could take a look. The locker door shut tight, but the normal suggests that putting the correct combination will open. You have to perhaps speaking with your comrades about your investigation. Here's viewers. Let me get my employment preservation. The organization was unfamiliar to me. When the recruitment letter arrived, I had a gut feeling that this would be far more fulfilling than any orthodox medical practice. My instincts were correct. Master Calix's philosophy is the refined ideal of notions only ever vaguely entertained. The mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. With director Demetrius, heard others praise the genius in him. Yet he seems but a guttering candle in comparison to Master Calix's blinding brilliance. The morning I was permitted access to the top floor, observed the workings of living memory. Aspirated the shortage of aether required to sustain the illness is reaching critical levels. Yet Queen Sphene insists on her actual fulfillment. Our Malala colleagues, including the Prolab chief, have been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner lately. Should I report my concerns to the director? For tomorrow, I've been assigned to assist with the research project in the VTuber lab. We're scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I may have been kept ignorant, but it seemed prudent to back up my memory data. Okay, so that's nothing. But I did this. I found a journal. I'll read it to you. The result of experiment 158 showed a marked improvement in aether extraction rate. Last, we achieved the target value set by Master Calix. That will become an endless for our ascendancy protocols. I will preserve this historic number along with a few remaining world data. Preserve the number. Maybe, yeah, that might be 158. Anything else? There's no mention. I'm mentioning to get my hands on them. Okay, so you don't have a number. Right, you have a number? Yeah. We have a combination to try. One other comrade to speak to, which is let's see about research deal it. Current candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedure review. Maximum value 11509 reported. Comparative. Let's see. This is 11509. Did it. And there you go. There's a key card. Level 2. All right. Got a locker open. And you found another security card. Does it say level 2? We needed level 3, didn't we? Yeah, but it still opened more doors for us to explore. You did well, Fletches. Reservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Leaving notes, losing cards. I guess I imagine there'd be more, what's the word? Bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, as you recall. We've seen the researcher who agreed with Calix and his philosophy underwent the conversion to assumed those who could not or would not eventually left the organization. Oh, I forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tab. Monterey doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex. Afterwards, it was decided that everyone would be. The writer was really happy about this. You could tell how much they admired Calix, and entries ended there after that. But maybe you can read more on the other tablet there. You did, actually. Alright, let's move the investigation to the other room. Well, we have the turret lab and the maintenance facilities left. Both are accessed via the southeast, sorry. Back to the hub and lock doors across the way. But we'll hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. That will have any more use. Probably not. Alright. Alright, so they said across the hall, so I'm assuming that means literally across the hall. Two. There we go. Yay! It opened. So where should we go first? To our lab or the facilities? Let's start with the lab. Alright. We're going to the Turo lab. Alright. Oh, and I went to the facilities. They didn't say it was to the right, did they? Oh, I guess I could just let. There doesn't seem to be any power here. No, not at all. It's possible the energy supply for this room is on a separate conduit. It means there should be a contingency. It says, in case of emergency, backup power can be rerouted from facilities. Okay, well that's easy enough. Let's see what getting our power restored to the Turo lab, shall we? Alright. Well, I was right, but in the wrong order. This is a puzzle. Trying error. There must be a preliminary. Power supply has been interrupted for an extended period of time. We need to reconfigure both the emergency generator and the circuit control panel. That's the emergency generator over there, isn't it? By the looks of it, it's the same model as the one used in Heritage found. How does it send power to the other lab? Ah, I see. The energy cable attached to the base of the terminal leads down the hall, directly to the Turo lab. It means we need to connect the generator to that cable. Could it be circuits to reconfigure? I believe you have the right of it. These control panels set in each of the tiles will create an unbroken path for it to follow. What I would give for an instruction manual. Stick around for any written procedures. I'll keep digging through the terminal's directories. Might I also ask someone to operate the generator? I can do it. I used that type of machine before. Yeah. And would you be willing to try and reconfigure the circuit path switches? Yeah. Yeah, let me deal with the electricity. What is it with this part of warning sign behind the camera? Which I can make out to say, caution, circuit will not function with duplicate patterns. Wait, hold on. The reason it flew past it. I suppose that means only one of each circuitry pattern can be set. Come on, what do you got? Look at this diagram. Okay. Interact path. Square at the top is Meso Terminal. The bottom right should be the generator that Glowjaw is working. Where do we have the rest? Therefore, bottom right is a square and the top right is a circle. Or at least. Alright. Well, any luck? Maybe we download interest is by a few labels, but not irrelevant to the investigation. I had no luck locating more security cards. We have to rely on backup power strategy. This is circle. And there can't be duplicate patterns. I'm reading that correctly. I think that works. Do you want to try it? Oh, wait. Wonder. And then by default. There we go. All right. All right. And it's on. Worked. We did it, folks. Sure, that should be fully powered. Well done, everyone. That may show. We have access to certain dialogue before moving on. In the storage shelves, and one of the labels caught my eye. Preservation. The early days is the title. So what are we thinking here? Of course, I'll take a moment to bring up the contents. What do you got? What do you got? Show me. A text-based account. I'll read it out. Preservation, an Alexandria Institute for Technological Development. It was founded by Calix, an 11-year-old child prodigy. The rule for establishing the organization came during Alexandria's involvement in the Storm Surge, with Calix's design for new defensive solutions funded in a large part of the treasury. Conflict grew in intensity and casualties mounted. Calix funneled Preservation's resources toward the perfection of memory. Research in the field continued even after the Storm Surge came to an end. Calix eventually elected to preserve his own memories in a virtual world. This account is from before he embraced his endless existence, hundreds of years ago. I met him only once before the Storm Surge began. I was attending my father, who was then the reigning king of Alexandria. Calix could not have been more than 10 years of age, required constant treatment for his debilitating illness. Yet, still, he published theories so highly regarded that even the royal family was aware of his mission. Life shall not be lost in the injustice of death. Even now I can hear the single-minded will behind his words. So, when they came to their kingdom, my father was quick to commit his unwavering support to the somber youth and his proposals for preservation. Several years later, the ensuing violence brought the death of both my parents. Overwhelmed as I was by my son's succession to the throne, I expected they spared me the reports of the endless reasons for their less urgent matters. You had no way of knowing what kind of person Calix was changing into. Did he change? Wonder. Perhaps he has even been the type to value ideals over compassion. I failed to see it at the time. Or perhaps he did change, but is still driven by those same deeply held beliefs. Mortality is cruel and unjust, and his role is to deliver mankind from that fate. Whatever the case may be, we cannot allow him to shake up our first. Let's press on, shall we? If I've done my job correctly, the door to the Turo lab should be accessible now. I'll get everything once over just to be sure. Alright. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Your current seems stable enough. So, you should let me handle this one. Security card, please. Oh, and a quick prayer that a shorted wire doesn't break. Right. There you go. I'll give you card number 2. Oh. Calculated evolution. Still examining the card scheme. I'll get this to work. Done. Alright, everybody in. So, let's head inside and see what we... What do we have here? Gods above, isn't that... Wait. Is he making his own key? Key to interdimensional fusion. Looks like there'd be a schematic on the line. They've used it to make another key, but isn't it missing the shard inside like the one Fochis has? We may have been laboring under a misconception. He was originally a Malala relic. Once the treasure came into his possession, preservation began to working to harness the power to cross dimensions. Aside from the crystal, we can see that all the vessel's components were constructed here. So what might that tell us? This is just a device made to control it? That would be the logical. Yes, it is as my parents explained. The key remains shrouded in mystery. Preservation augmented it with Electro, but never grasped the technology's underlying principle. This day, not a single person understands the mechanics of interdimensional fusion. Not who imbued the key with its power, not when they did so, nor why. Now it makes sense. Calix can track the key because his vessel was made by preservation. I believe much we may learn this turn. On our next visit, I'll have to enlist Y'shtola's assistance for a thorough investigation. I'm curious about a great many things. Hunting down Calix's whereabouts is our top priority. Hopefully there's a security card here that grants access to the director's office. Search into the lab appears to have been highly confidential in nature. Some personnel must have belonged to the organization or echelon. That means higher security clearance. We just look for any cards left behind. Remember, anything less than a 3 is no good to us. Alright. Here. Now what's your security card? Building unit? Probably not. No sense. Cards. Oh, you found a security card in the cabinet drawer. What did you find? Oh, that's a stroke of luck. Let's have Shale examine it. Where's Shale? That's up there. Apparently, allowing the whole thing to be a walk around doesn't work. That's exactly what we need. Nice work, coaches. After the first two keys, that's a very simple key. There you guys in the director's office. So what was it you're hoping to find in there again, Dale? You're saying a certain device was going to help us? Alright, I haven't properly explained myself, have I? I'm looking for a data relay. After we discovered this ostensibly abandoned complex, we running a cursory investigation which determined a connection to an outside network. I traced the data routing, confirmed traffic from a web of Everkeep security camera. Considering way Calix is always one step ahead of us, we must assume he's quietly seized control. The city surveillance system has been used to monitor our activities. Monitor what? You as the key holder landing. Calix is the ultimate recipient of transmissions. The flow of data is like a road that we can follow him back to him. Which is why I need the data relay. If I analyze the device and see where it's rerouting all the surveillance traffic, then you can pinpoint Calix's position. That said, he's done nothing to impede our progress, which makes me think it might be entirely the wrong track. Maybe the reason he isn't stopping us is because he can't. In the old castle, Calix said he was measuring Poach's strength. What could he possibly dream up that's stronger than her? Nothing. I've defeated gods at this point. There's nothing. Speaking of cameras, there's another thing I'm interested in. I found evidence that someone deliberately disabled the surveillance camera feed in this room. The most recent recording was also crudely deleted. I was able to restore the data, though, if you'd like to see it. Yeah, of course. I'll start the show then. What did you find? What did you find, Shale? Tell me what you got. Show me what you're working with.
Are you really planning to leave?
Yes. The idea of eternal life. It's begun to frighten me. I struggle to renounce our conventional wisdom. Death is the means by which life prunes its branches, leaving the trunk to grow strong and tall. We die so that our species may flourish. What would become of mankind were we to halt that process? If unending stagnation is the fruit of our labor, then perhaps we strive for the wrong thing.
Your argument is a rejection of Master Calix's vision.
Uh-oh.
I suppose it is. Perhaps such dread would not plague me, were I capable of sharing his perspective on the subject. But I cannot. He and I are too different, in too many ways. I lack his extraordinary genius. I had no illness threatening to cut my life short, no singularity of will to cut away all distractions and focus solely upon research.
Alright, so... yeah, true.
I have nothing but respect for his determination. The way he overcame his prognosis and seized the means to transcend death itself. But I'm not convinced that this obsession with living is the right path. That's why I've decided to leave preservation and put all my effort towards building a legacy for the next generation to come.
Isn't that someone who's in,
Surely you...
oh, shit.
Protocol, you understand. There can be no exceptions.
Shit. He's gonna shoot the camera out. Or is he? Or he's just gonna delete the camera footage. Yeah, that's not disturbing at all. He only wanted to leave and he executed her. The images against the personnel data. And the man who pulled the trigger was Director Demetrius himself. Everything I could find on him pointed to a deep infatuation with Master Calix. Cameras in the room have been out of operation ever since that incident. Even the recording was erased, I can only assume he was trying to conceal his grisly deed from the other researchers. I'm not surprised, given my parents described their defection from the... They spoke of rushing me through a portal, even as Preservation's agents closed in. I did not ask what became of them after that, but it turns out they were captured by their pursuers. Probably, oh boy, they were probably killed then. Right, the echo. Knowing you saw as they were, your words give me comfort. No crowd. We're not Sphene. Thanks to the Haven Living Memory, I was able to at least meet my parents and learn what they stood for. Enough for me to carry on. Even now, we don't know how the conflict unfolded between your parents and Preservation. What we do know is that your mother and father cleverly expunged every last trace of their memories. They made sure no one could cross into the source or threaten their child's safety. Okay, right. Let's press on, shall we? The tale behind the key deserves a fitting name. To the director's office. Alright. Let's see what's in there, but it's probably a fight. It's like, there's no way Calix is going to let us do, well, anything. Level 3, please. And we're in. There we go. Let's head inside. Find that data relay. And don't be shy, everyone. Speak up if anything odd catches your eye. Just come with me. Might have need of that security card. Yeah, this terminal isn't connected to any outside networks. It can't be the data relay I'm looking for. Why is this also smaller than the map suggested? How's it we're in the right ring? What am I missing? Everybody, can I ask you and the others to search the office for any clues to this infuriating puzzle? Cluttered side table. I know, presumably the director's dad tablet. A closed locker stands next to the table. Search the locker. Oh. Anything that equivalent. Name of the data tablet. only Director Dimitri is obsessed with Calix. Can't skimming through the contents. Let's read daily report. Nothing to note. The mystery of Key's activation condition remains unsolved. The key triggering explosion day. Temporary interdimensional portal verified. Continue attempts to stabilize the core's inner reaction. 13 researchers sustained fatal injuries in the explosion. Memory faculties of 4 people sufficiently intact for endless conversion. Remaining 9 designated for ether reclamation process. Nothing of note. Rejected resignations of 2 Malala researchers. Whoa, wait. Major incident. Details in full report. Those 2 and Malala broke with Preservation and absconded with the key. Though the fugitives have since been caught and eliminated, we were too late to recover the relic. The only reason we retained our flesh was to serve Master Calix's physical intrinsics. Prior to the object of our research, our existence serves no further purpose. I dare not imagine the depths of his discord. The complex is to be shut down. All personnel will have their bodies reduced to aether. Be allocated for further experimentation. Memory data will be archived. Any endless conversions will be subject to Master Calix's discretion. If he does not deem us fit, then we are not deserving of eternal life. Shut down protocols. Operational underground processing. Once the shutdown protocols have been completed, I'll proceed with my own corporal dissolution. As long as the key remains in the physical world, we must keep this complex in pristine condition, whether it be needed for experiments or otherwise. It must be ready to support future operations in whatever capacity Master Calix requires. This faculty equipment will be maintained in stasis mode. Furthermore, a critical component for secure room access will be stored separately to defend against unauthorized entry. Wait. What is that? Collection of soul cells may have once belonged to the director. They appear to be empty. Office shelves? Find a criminal note between the file monitors. Secure room lift access. Require passwords to be input simultaneously at terminals in the Proto Lab, the Tour Lab, and the Director's office. Perhaps this discovery will be an interesting show. Yeah, that's the thing that we need. Beverage station. Only dormant for years, the now active coffee maker has already entered a self-cleaning cycle. It appears to have no other purpose beyond brewing coffee, though it remains to be seen when it'll be able to do so once more. So, yeah. You found something? Yeah, this note here. Well, it's no note, was it? Searches for access in your room, no less. Then we need to enter a password on 3 different terminals at the same time. First, there's a room marked on the map, was there? No, precautionary measure, no doubt. If passwords are involved, I expect the access left itself is concealed. Yo, bioelectric mean? Could it be that wall? It did seem odd when I walked past it. Oh, gosh. I heard used to say so. Never trust an electro, sir. But we still need to figure out. Of course, electro is how you alter the look of all the Solution 9's floors and walls, isn't it? In which case, it shouldn't be too hard to disable. Well, we need to figure out what the password is. Okay. Oh, another door. I should deactivate the projection, but the lock is another story. Yeah, we still need it for the lock. Didn't that note lay out the password protocol? I think we go ahead and try it. Great. 2 people should meet and prepare the lab terminals for input, while the rest of us look for passwords here in the office. I'll take the Proto Lab, and I'll take the Deutero Lab. Actually, it might be better if you stay Sphene. Your knowledge of Alexandria as people could be needed. Yeah, you're right. The passwords are hiding behind clues. That might be something I can help. I can help too. I lived my whole life in Alexandria, after all. I will take the Deutero Lab. We can then touch via communicator to match our timing. You should have honor of entering the office path. Once determined what we need to input, take your place at this terminal. I'll stand by to guide Wukalot and crawl through the process. You know, there's a display plate over there, the one with the gems. I thought since it was made of electro, it might have some other. I can't find any switches or buttons. Maybe you can figure it out. Oh, it's missing a 3rd gem. That's easy enough. Jewels are embedded. You identify the blue as a sapphire, red as a garnet. For another jewel. Alright, so we gotta find where that other jewel is. Oh, no jewel. What do you find? The drawers with the books. Found a cube puzzle made of electric. Probably just a toy, but maybe. It's called the puzzle. Let's see. You got it. Where's this bit? You connect to the circuit. There. Oh, there's something inside. Oh, it's a pretty green stone. I think it might be Alexandria. Treasure of the past. The name of the kingdom after them. Here, you should hold on this one just in case. Well, and the good thing is I know exactly where it goes. Just know if it's snuggled into place. Almost afterwards, there's glowing lines of a diagram appear on the display, accompanied by a short phrase. Floor plan of the complex, of course. Appears to be handwritten. Did a joke come in handy? Let me see. Use the stones. Alexandrians have for gems. So odd belief where each type of gem means something different. Maybe ask Sphene, she can tell you more about it. After all, even her name comes from a gemstone. Yeah, let's ask Sphene what's going on. Alright. Hey, Sphene? You need to ask. Symbols of protection. This is also the origin of Alexandria's name. Oh, you're thinking it's something to do with the passwords? Yeah, there's 3 gems over there. Sapphire and Garnet, what do you say? Yes, they all have meanings. This protection. Sapphire represents honesty, and Garnet represents devotion. I hope you're... So... lab. Cancel. Sorry. It was like darn it. Sapphire is the proto lab. So it's honesty and devotion. Mine is protection. Devotion. Protection. Everybody hit enter at the same time and we should be good. And there we go. That worked. I'm glad that worked. Secure room is the only place we get to search. If the data relay is anywhere, it has to be there. We'll enter as soon as we'll not crowd. Alright. Let's put the correct passwords. Alright, everyone. Time to board the legend and see what awaits us. Alright, where are we headed to? Oh, that's a giant terminal. A real giant terminal. What in the world?
This terminal doesn't look special to me, but this is definitely what we're after?
It is. But whether or not it will suffice for our purposes is another question.
It depends on... Can you get it working? Well, you need a username and password, it looks like. Right? We're not.
The Endless are created using the memories of the deceased. But as memories are, in essence, collections of data, the resultant entities have no physical form.
Yeah, so how do we stop them?
These data entities, as we might call them, have only two methods for interacting with the material world. One of these we saw in Living Memory, where the Endless are granted temporary bodies through the use of corporeal ether. They become much like solid ghosts that one can see and touch.
Second, it's
The other
hacking.
method, which Kafkiwa employed,
Yeah.
is the remote operation of a machine. But where do you suppose the Endless are to be found when not inhabiting a physical body?
Computer?
The Endless are memories, and if memories are data, then...
Living memory.
Yes, we suspect they reside in a virtual domain, one contained entirely within an
I said that
electric-based
20 minutes.
machine.
I said that 30
We've seen
minutes
such a
ago.
one before, after
This
all.
living memory. I've said this, Crow. I figured this out a long time ago at this point.
Oh,
Yes.
You mean like the Alexandria made from the Endless Sphene's memories? It all seems so real.
So this virtual domain, it would also be housed within the Meso Terminal.
Yeah, exactly.
But how? I thought we shut down all the terminals in Living Memory.
Well, y'all didn't. Or somebody turned one back
We
on.
did. And Kafkiwa's program performed just as she intended. The Meso Terminal itself was
Deactivated, but
as evidenced by the
someone
failure of the
messed
device
with it.
which was keeping Sphene's body in stasis. Be that as it may, we face a master of electrope engineering. That he managed to partition and protect the sector harboring his own memories is well within the bounds of possibility.
very likely, actually.
Let us say that the Meso Terminal does indeed contain a second domain, and that Calix himself resides there. This city, on the other hand, exists here in the source. That being the case, I thought perhaps we could prevent his remote interference by closing the gate to the Golden City, and thus severing the connection between worlds.
I think it's a good idea in theory, but I don't think it's going to work.
Except I tried to close it once already when I visited Living Memory. The process required administrative authorization, a restriction I assumed at the time had been imposed by the Queen.
And now I'm sure that Calix has done it.
But now you think Calix might be responsible.
Yeah.
Just as I suspected. Even now, security transmissions from throughout the keep are being tapped by the core system and routed elsewhere. Almost every single one has you as its focus. He's keeping track of the keyholder's movements.
Great. Great. Another stalker enemy. Versus the other dude from...
And what a waste of time it's been.
Oh, great.
Hoping to find me by tracing security data? That will not be necessary.
Yeah.
Through a not inconsiderable effort, I've taken your measure and prepared a force sufficient to subdue you.
Where? I've killed gods, dude. You don't have shit on me.
Come. I invite you to the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal. The storage device which holds my memories is there. victory is yours. I, in turn, seek to wrest the key from you with any and every means at my disposal.
That's cute that you think you can stop me.
And if we refuse this invitation?
I will wait and continue to convert Alexandrians into endless.
Yeah, we don't really have a choice on this, but again, he doesn't know who he's messing with.
The situation and make the wiser choice.
Answer me one question, Calix. The Endless Sphene. When she was queen, you had her face an impossible task. They manipulated her into using the key when she was at her most desperate. If you can do all that, then why not whisk it away when her plans went to ruin? Why let it fall into our hands?
You pour salt in the wound. That disaster was a miscalculation on my part.
Yeah, so was inviting me to.
Sphene and her restructured memories have become one with the terminal's control systems. In that singular place, in that singular moment, she wielded an authority greater than mine.
Yeah, Calix, this is not going to work well for you.
The neighboring sovereign to whom she entrusted her nation's future, and the hero to whom she entrusted that priceless key. Unsure to what degree she perceived my presence, but she knew that someone was watching.
It's like,
does that satisfy your curiosity?
I mean, yes, but still not gonna stop what's about to happen to you, dude.
And I'm satisfied that you will take nothing more from this nation. Not one more life, not one more future, not one single smile from another child's face. You hear me?
All right, so we know where we have to go to.
Sorry for losing my temper. But there's only one way we can deal with people like Calix.
Yeah, well, go and delete him.
Whatever grand future he envisions, someone will be made to pay the price.
About 11% of people, of all people, will be made to pay the price if he has it his way.
And I won't let that happen.
Yeah, he's wrong if you think he's taking our measure. He hasn't even started.
If I may, I realize it is not my place to say this. Even so, I must thank you both. On behalf of my other self, allow me to say how grateful I am to have you as our champions.
Alright, well, we know where we gotta go now. Alright, we're back. Ooh, well, that was an adventure. May not have been the method the show was hoping for, but at least now we know where to find Calix and what we need to do next. I knew it was living memory. I'm very curious about preservation's research into the key. That is an investigation for another day. Let's head straight to the back room. We should get everyone on the same page before we make our move. Damn that bastard Calix. He waited until I was this close before snatching away my moment. Then fury and condescending way he spoke to us. We'll see whose time is up, you smug little weasel. Anyway, none of the things didn't go to plan, but we learned a great deal about preservation. That knowledge could come in handy in the days to come. Though I might not be able to contribute much direct confrontation, I mean to see this through with you all, providing whatever support I can. One of our own. Sphene is resolved to take part in the coming battle. We briefed Erenville on everything that's happened and sent word to the others. We're now about to consider what our next actions will be. Well, it's very easy what our next actions will be. We go into we can confront him directly. And then we must, though it feels much like striding first into an ambush, we have little choice. If we are to destroy the memories he supposedly has stored in the upper reaches of the Meso Terminal, then that is where we must go. While I was still upset at being deprived of my moment, I nevertheless did my due diligence. I confirmed that the relay was found, was indeed transmitting surveillance data to a device somewhere in living memory. Well, you go fight Calix. Pray, let me fight alongside you. Let me fight for the memory of Otis and Zelenia, and for the other Sphene I may have become. More importantly, for my beloved kingdom and a joyful tomorrow. Of course, but no reckless heroics. Nothing insane. Yes, I understand. Promise not this myself or the party need this name. We come with you as well. You know my reasons. Hardly need saying, but your fellow Scions also have every intention of accompanying you into battle. So adamant we're allies and the others at this point, they already are left for living memory. I'm more than ready to do the same. Alright, so, well, let's go. I'll keep patrolling the streets for signs of trouble, especially for anyone wearing Neo-Regulator. If you need anything from me, I'll be on standby here in the back. I really want to go with you too, but I know I can't. And sometimes you have to be patient and trust your... Which is probably why I think we should talk to Gassan before we leave for Luton. Our Calix direction, preservation has helped shape Alexandria's society for centuries. Taking him down will have serious consequences. Need to warn the officials in charge about what we do. Justification aside, we shall be acting against the wishes of all who desire to come in. Exactly. We don't know if Gassan will approve or oppose our chosen course, but either way, leaving without a word is the wrong thing. Come on. We should be on our way. Resolution first, yes? Be safe, everyone. We'll see you when it's over. Alright. So it seems like we're heading to living memory eventually. We do need to stop by one quick area. Alright. Resolution. Gassan. Hey buddy, yeah, we're about to just blow up everything, all your plans.
I see. A difficult situation. In the absence of an official sovereign, I agree that it is not preservation's place to dictate the future of our nation. However, I also cannot simply take a side and declare my support for your efforts to defeat Calix.
Yeah, we figured as much.
Is that because of the new regulator you wear?
I've yet to register it. I find myself caught between the fear of dying and the desire to carry out the duties of governance. My greatest concern is how we shall stem this ever-increasing terror of mortality when becoming endless is no longer an option.
Like the rest of the world. Like the rest of Eorzea. Or you become an Ascian, but that's a completely different matter.
Nothing of the recent slaughter committed by our own soldiers. The fact that such violence was perpetrated for the very purpose of creating endless will paradoxically make it more difficult to endorse your chosen course. It may not seem logical, but for those who lost friends and family in the attacks, halting the creation process altogether would render the deaths of their loved ones utterly meaningless.
Well, yes, but...
Is it not cruel to rob them of what little solace they could claim, when we have only just learned what it is to mourn? Tell me, how are we meant to overcome such tragedies?
Like...
We stop begging others to teach us for a start.
The Alphanaut? Oh no.
For the longest time, we've been protected by Queen Sphene and the systems put in place by our forebears. The hardships and responsibilities of life were distant things, and we felt entitled to our comforts, even as we barely noticed those who risked everything to keep us sheltered. But no more. From now on, we need to learn on our own. How to live with the promise of death. How to endure the pain of loss. We may never learn to love such things, but we may learn to survive them.
I'll be honest, I don't know if anybody actually learns to love death, but, you know, or love the idea of death, but yeah, sure.
People beyond the barrier, even the Alexandrians of old, they've all had to live with these fears. There's no reason we can't do it too.
Yeah, exactly. Lathander has the right idea.
What are you all doing here?
Malachi called us in, and the Oblivion members briefed us on the current crisis. You don't stand idly by while your house burns down.
Good, okay.
We came together and thought about how we could help. Long story short, we've decided to join the fight alongside Oblivion.
Oh, good. Even though you are...
I say fight, but we're well aware of how little use we'd be in actual combat.
Yeah, but the thing is, as the second we start attacking...
Now that we might be qualified to do something about.
Well...
We'll talk to our neighbors and do our best to quell their fears. Convince them to make the most of this life and enjoy all it has to offer.
That would be
Perhaps
ideal.
That will help to ease your burden.
It certainly will. Even if a few are assuaged by your words, it will make things easier.
Yep, 100%. Yeah, unless we have people doing crazy stuff, then yeah. Alright. Oh, let's go.
Those who have already registered will be difficult to sway, but there are still many who waver. Those are the ones we'll concentrate on.
I mean, the ones who are registered are about to find out they don't get anything.
If you truly care for the people of Alexandria, then now's the time to start thinking of ways to prevent more deaths.
Were I to become endless at the expense of my countrymen's lives, I would regret it for the rest of my existence.
Yeah, you should. It's kind of an asshole thing to do, to be perfectly honest. Who's gonna take it off? Yay!
Forgive my weakness. When the people have lost their way, it falls to the government to support and guide them.
Yeah. Yeah, be a good government official for once.
Can rise above this sorrow and find its way forward once more. Is that not so, Your Majesty?
Indeed it is.
Wait, did everyone else know this? Yeah. Yeah, you just revealed yourself.
That wasn't... what I meant to say was...
Calm down, Sphene.
Amity, you used her name.
Everyone's messing up. So the queen answers to Majesty. Winklemat says Sphene. Crowd just confirmed it all. Great job, guys. Awesome job at trying to hide her identity. Very well done. Oops. Yeah, you messed up.
The perfect resemblance to our beloved Queen Sphene has not escaped our notice. Yet we also understand that you are not her.
Actually, she kind of is.
Having to live in secret, unable to share who you really are. That must have been hard on you. When you come back, please tell us all about yourself. I imagine yours is a rather outlandish story, but we're eager to hear it all the same.
I was like, I mean, I think y'all know the story at this point, like, or at least have a general idea on
You're
it.
one of us, an Alexandrian, and we don't abandon our own.
Might as well take your hood off now. They know who you are. Yeah, there you go. Just embrace it.
I promise to return. And when I do, I look forward to speaking with you all.
I mean, you can't really be the leader anymore, but yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of explaining to do. Like, oh yeah, wasn't actually killed back in the past. I was just put into stasis. Everyone was so warm and welcoming. The Alexandrians are, as all ever, a stalwart people. Glad I am to be home. Thank you, son. The decision must have been difficult. Only I claim the courage to do so came from within. The final push came from Alexandria's citizens. Their bravery in taking the first step toward change. Speaking of which, I ask you to lock that neo-regulator away where no one can get it. That should prevent the registration from reaching the target. I should be glad so, but I fear it will be no avail. For the most recent survey, the number of neo-regulators in circulation exceeds the stated 5,000. Oh, they lied. It's fine. 5 surplus units are to account for those like myself who had a change of heart or otherwise hesitant to register. That does sound like something Calix would do. Actually, yeah, this is a pretty smart plan on his part. It's like, yeah, why not, why not register more than necessary? On to living memory. Alright. So is this a dungeon or is this a... Oh. Hey, Annabelle.
Things seem much the same.
But not quite.
So listen, you have nothing more to fear than any other normal day. Deep breaths. We'll get through this.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Don't live in fear of something happening.
You'd be telling them much the same if you were here. I suppose it falls to me now.
Aww. Oh, they have the Chuckia. All right. Is that? Okay. Okay, I guess we gotta go to living room. So. Oh, yeah, later means. Why not capitalize it? Living memory. Where is everybody? There you are. You can see our count pale and girded for battle. As for us, we've been ahead to inspect the lay of the land. There are 3 changes of note, aside from the Meso Terminal. Alright, what has happened to the Meso Terminal? You know what's happened. The wall has proceeded to provide a convenient entrance into the structure interior. There was no such ingress when last time we were here, so we must assume that Calix has since manipulated the terminal's electro, and to facilitate his most gracious invitation to the upper room. An invitation I am eager to accept, for the sake of all those who love Alexandria. I will not yield, nor lead them to despair. A terminal invitation. Further, we proceed to the Meso Terminal. Everyone determined to be here is present and accounted for. Shall we make our way to the terminal? We don't want to keep our insistent host waiting. Really certain I can. Oh, wait, no. Oh, it's just straight ahead. I forgot that the Meso Terminal is straight ahead. Actually, know what though? Why am I walking when I can fly? I think I have the yeah, I have the sped up flying anyway, so. All right, let's go in. Well, here we are again, facing another battle to decide Alexandria's fate. For 4 centuries I slept here. On reawakening, I found the world as I knew it had changed. So frightened at first. I couldn't recognize a single thing. Not everyone I loved had gone to us. Yeah, beneath the unfamiliar surface, much remained the same. For that, I give thanks to Otis and their royal knights, who lay their lives on the line to defend our way of life. I thank every Alexander who believed in our future and passed on our legacy. I thank my other self, who so loved this kingdom of ours. I thank you all for kindling this hope in my heart, this courage to take up arms and fight once more. Right? Let's make our stand together. Fight for what we hold dear. Kind and gentle Queen Sphene was too weak to serve her people, so she will serve them no more. Free from conscience. I should become a ruler that can protect Alexandria, a devourer of worlds. We'll rise to the challenge that endless being cannot. Shall. For which the Alexandria endures one I am happy to fulfill. Let's head inside and finish this. The upper reach of the terminal await the device which holds Calix in memory. Also estimate the climb and destroy it once and for all. Okay, we must bring matters to a definitive end. We'll not suffer him to cause Alexandria further harm, nor claim the key. We entrusted approaches for good reason. Besides, it must be a tragedy indeed to relinquish a relic with so much research potential. Apparently Calix thinks he's taking your measure. I urge you to correct that misguided assumption. Yay, LSA. Yeah, absolutely. How are we? Yet, we still counsel caution. That he would be so bold as to extend us an invitation bespeaks tremendous confidence in the preparation. Come, friends, we set forth in the midst of dreamy endings. Alright. The Meso Terminal, now accessible. Alright. Well, let's go ahead and register for the duty. Wait, what? 720? Oh no, am I? Wait, what's my level? What's my gear level? 719? So I gotta find one upgrade? Alright, I guess we gotta go back to Solution 9 real quick. Like, I can't believe I'm short one. Wait, what do I have in terms of currency? That 2,000 is useless, so that's nothing. 385 might be able to upgrade my ring, maybe. Oh, 750? Oh, no. Hold on. Oh, no. Okay, let's see. Hold on. This is 750? I can get one piece. And one piece might be enough to get me to 750. So let's compare gear. Let's see, we have 720, 720, 720, 720. So the ring. The ring has got to be the thing to upgrade. $722. Sure. I mean, it's no ring. The ring's not even seen on it, so there's really actually no upgrade. And then let's build some. Oh no, not no, not those. I actually have good materia. Let's do critical hit and. Let's start with that first. Let's see, determination, direct hit. I guess direct hit is our other thing that we need. All right, Meso Terminal is open. So I will say I am at the weekend of that, but better, I guess, weekend than nothing. So, all right, let's upgrade our other. Because the weapon is only 700 and my alright, so yeah, so that's 720. That's why I'm over the 720 line. Alright. Okay. Alright, so well, since we're here anyway. Get back out there. And then let's see. Need a little bit extra money. So just have retainer sell those, and have retainer sell those, and 340. Do 10. Okay, that's not even worth it. Just sell item. Really? 9? That's not bad. 8. 598. That's easy. Let's see. We're probably close to popping, actually. Here we go. I know where we. All right. Are you back? All right. I think we're back to doing the once weekly missions. Let's see. I commence. Oh, we'll get back to that. We'll get back to that later, because I have a feeling at the end of the Meso Terminal there's also going to be a raid boss fight, I'm assuming, for this. Or maybe he just escapes or whatever. It's cute that you think you can wear us down. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right. There we go. Okay, I can switch over. I can switch to single target since we're down to 2, so. Okay, that's why I was like, wait a minute, are they gonna put it in a digital environment like the other one? So it's good to see the answer to that question is yes, they will. It's like, let's all right, back to first boss.
Memories of a physician. One who saves lives should be reluctant to die.
Whoa. Whoa! Oh, I see. Okay, it's timing. So whichever one is the timer first thing. Oh. What the fuck? Okay. Interesting. Okay. This must be first time for a bunch of people then, because I was assuming they would walk me through it, but... Huh. Okay, I see. So it doesn't matter when it goes off. It's just the order that they go off Okay, so it's just whichever appears first. It doesn't actually matter about the numbers themselves. Let's see. All right. Okay, so okay. Okay, so yeah, all right, now it took me a second, but I got the fight. I'm understanding the fight at least. Sorry, don't want to take a tank buster. Okay, so this one goes off first. Yeah. I like this. All right, now that I understand this boss, oh, this is a fun boss. I love this. Yeah, this is maybe one of my favorite bosses, dungeon bosses in a while. This is a lot of fun. Stay where we are now. And then they start counting it. Wait. I probably need to move out of the. There we go.
We've overburdened the system. No matter, it served its purpose.
All right. There we go. On to the second. Let's see. I'll let him get to where. I'll let him pull to where he wants to pull to, and then. Go. Alright. More trash. So. Why the rotation hasn't varied that much from the beginning of Dawn Trail to the end. It makes it easy. It makes it easy to remember. Let's see. Boom. Oh, nice boss.
These are loyal
Oh.
executions. They shall deal appropriately to criminals. Your sentence is death.
Oh.
How long can you defy it?
I'm assuming we can only have to hurt one.
Criminals may run, but they cannot escape.
We each have our own little mini boss. Oh shit. Yeah. You can res me. Can you hit me? Or did I make the fight harder for everybody else? Hey buddy, I'm back. What is that? What the hell? Okay, I'm not getting this fight at the moment. I'm hoping that y'all are almost done with yours. Oh, someone's taking theirs down. Damn it. I'm sorry. Yeah, I need to apologize for that one. That was...
I bid you continue on.
Yeah, that was pitiful on my part. Yeah. I mean, I've never seen that boss before, so I didn't know anything, but still, though, it seems to be fairly straightforward to. To
memories from an age where the desperation will serve well.
Oh, this is back to the streets of Alexandria.
To arms, good soldiers, protect your kingdom.
Why are you using limit breaks? Save for the final. Right. Let's see. This is the final boss? Wait.
Very well. If one by one they fall, I'll send them all as one.
Oh no.
The anguish you felt when you faced death. And rise. Rise to defend your nation, your people, and your loved ones.
Whoa! What in the The immortal remains? What the heck?
Rise and meet the foe before you. Amalgamate.
All right.
Countless lives are lost in the senseless conflict.
Yeah, good thing you put the triangle on his head, because, yeah.
Way down, like the
for just a moment so you can take that tank buster there.
Spark of life is dimmed with every blinding flash.
Check.
Death is everywhere, pillaging the promise of the future.
I didn't see he moved. I wasn't on it! What the hell? Ah. What the hell? I'll wait for you to heal me. Collection. We're through it. Wow, that was awful. I mean, the boss fight is pretty good once you get used to it, but it was bad. All right. Well, let's see. So now do we have an 8-man after this? Yeah, we conquered everything.
Sphene?
The Endless he sent against us. They were from the time of the storm surge, before I was placed into stasis.
I don't think we're done yet, though.
As far as we know, the only sector to escape the shutdown was the one containing Calix's memories.
We need to be there now, right?
Assuming a chronological system, every other memory stored in that sector would belong to people who lived around the same period in history as he did.
So of course he would use those memories.
Calix, how long have you pursued this madness?
For a while, apparently.
We seem to have exhausted his defenses for the moment. I say we take advantage of this lull to press on.
Agreed. I'm sure he's gonna have some surprise waiting for us at the top, though. What do you got, Calix?
Calix!
Well done. I commend your perseverance. The entirety of my memories are stored within this device. In the early stages of Endless creation, we established several core tenets. One is a prohibition on memory duplication. Despite the inherent risks, I agree and abide by this. Memories are the essence of the self and should not be diluted.
I think you're about to drop a really big butt.
We each have our goals. You seek to destroy your target. I seek to reclaim the key. Shall we forego the posturing and begin?
Do not doubt that we are here to fight, and I do not mean to lose. Yet, as one born of the same era, I must ask. Why do you pursue your evolution with such fervor? What do you hope to achieve with this eternal existence?
Your question is meaningless. I have ascertained a superior path to mankind's preservation, and that which must be done is that which I can do. What other reason do I require? Surely you have seen it.
Traditional survival strategies are at odds with an increasingly complex society, leading to a breakdown of order.
What do you mean? I guess.
This course promises no liberation from pointless conflicts or inane tragedies. Physical traits do not represent the limit of our potential. Why then should we relinquish that potential when our hearts cease to beat?
Because it's the way of...
I realized it was past time that we corrected our heading. Nothing more.
Even then, you were always so single-minded.
Yeah, true.
I too have a vision for the future, and your plan is not a part of it.
Which means we've got to stop you.
I won't let you harm another Alexandrian.
Then fight we must. Thankfully, the entity I now summon will make short work of you and your comrades.
A summoning.
What are you summoning?
What now?
Whoa!
What was that?
Is that a jump scare? What the fuck?
No, something else. I feel so cold. So weak.
Across Alexandria, a certain emotion is taking hold. Fear of death, terror for the eternal darkness that will, without fail, engulf the lives of every living thing. Allow me to introduce it to you.
Holy shit. Alright. Oh my god.
I got it! I got one!
What the hell?
4,999! That's how many people he said they were up to! I made it just in time. Now to register.
Wow.
Death can't touch me now. I'm free of all that crushing fear. Forever.
Oh.
Congratulations to all who have acquired a Neo regulator. We have reached our total of 5,000 registered users. The day of deliverance you were promised will soon be upon us.
Like...
Give it back! I don't want to die. I don't want to die. You think that's what I want?
No, of course not. Because you had the regulator. Uh-oh. What is he planning?
Remember your fear of dying. That terror will carry you across the threshold, make of you an endless. Your prayers will birth a miracle which commands death itself.
What in the...
Yeah, that's bad. What is he planning? Oh no.
What's going on?
They're in a cult. They drank the Kool-Aid. This is bad. This is real bad. Run! You don't know what's going on, but run.
Securing the requisite ether is simple. I need only reroute lightning energy from living memory. Then I encourage the populace to define its form through hope and thought and prayer. Such an abstract method, however, is rife with unpredictable elements. What I wanted was an entity that could defeat you with utmost certainty. To that end, I set strict parameters for a concept of my own design. It was a laborious task, one that required almost more time than I had, but I managed it in the end. And now, everything is in readiness. I bid you, come forth.
What do you got for me? Huh? Wait, is this the Dark Realm? The 13th or whatever?
What is that?
What in the world is that? Whoa!
A primal summoning, and one defined by a concept, no less. How did he learn such techniques?
But
keep these close.
oh, they still have them from the other one, yeah.
That is a false deity, brought into being through the prayers of the desperate and the hopeful. The talismans will protect your minds from being enthralled.
Wow.
You still mean to stand against me?
Dude, come on. I've defeated primals before. Come on, this is nothing. And it's like,
That remains to be seen.
no, it doesn't. I will win. Again, I have defeated primals before. This is not a special primal. The Ageless Necropolis, now accessible. Alright, so, I'm gonna go ahead and register for the duty. I'm gonna go ahead and register for the duty real quick. And... no! Alright, I'll be back in just a moment. All right. Let's see. All right, so I'm gonna see if I can register as just a regular duty. Basically, I'm gonna try to register and see if I can do this just regularly, or to do this as this group. Nope. Okay, so unfortunately. Unfortunately, I think we're at a point where I have to do some leveling off screen to be able to do this fight. Now, I promise you, I will not do this fight until next Monday for the first time on stream. I promise I will not do that. But I am going to have to level some off stream, I think, to be able to do this dungeon. And I might have to also do the second set. Well, no, I really don't want to do the second set of trials without while being on stream as well. So I'm probably just gonna have to do this the whole old-fashioned way and just do these things to get me what I need. So, all right, but unfortunately that means we're good for tonight. So with that in mind, the clinic is closed for this evening. You can find me on YouTube, Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, X, and all my socials at Dr. Chris VT, as well as our Patreon. But until next time, goodbye, everybody.